agricultural science today. And the topic we are going to look at is agricultural extension. I remember we discussed about agricultural extension last week. And we say that agricultural extension can be defined as those people who disseminate information from the urban area to the rural area, trying to help the farmers to improve in the new method of cultivation. We also try to look at the rules of agricultural extension workers. We talk about one, increase in agricultural production. And we also said teachers improve farming practices. And also it helps to change people's attitude towards farming and also raising standard of living in agriculture. We also look at the problem facing agricultural extension. When we talk about lack of language barrier, we also talk about poor standard of living. We also talk about inadequate farm inputs and so on and so forth. I remember also we discussed about method of disseminating information, where we mentioned group method, we talk about individual method, and so on and so forth. So today, what we are going to look at now is agricultural extension. The subtopic is agricultural extension program. What is this thing we call agricultural extension program? We said that agricultural extension programs are the bodies or agencies which have extension service units that can teach and train extension workers or the job to improve their daily service so that they will be able to transfer those information to the rural farmers. What are we talking about here? We say that in the agricultural extension program, there are those bodies that form themselves together to teach people on how they have to go out to different villages or different rural area to go and teach people others in the village how to improve in their cultivation methods. So when we talk about this agricultural extension program, we are talking about people that are brought together to train them. So they have an extension service unit. They have a particular place where they can stay and then train those that can go out to disseminate this information to people. Now we talk about the importance of agricultural extension programs. In the importance of agricultural extension programs, one, we have to change people's outlook towards their living condition. You know, there are so many people who are living in such that they don't really have anything to do. Instead of them to go into farming activities, they decided to go up and down begging for money and so on and so forth. But when they are able to stay with the agricultural agencies or agricultural extension workers, they will teach them how they can help themselves instead of moving up and down, searching for somebody who can give them money to go to feed their family. So when they teach them now, you will see that their outlook, everything about them changes. There will be a very big difference. Number two, to teach rural people to recognize and take interest in their problems so as to overcome them. Now, when these people go out to give out this information to the farmers, they try to organize the farmers in such a way that they will be interested, they will have interest in whatever they are teaching them. And when the interest is there, it means the agricultural extension services, they have really gained their aims of going out to disseminate this information. Then we talk about number 3, to teach farmers improved practices in various methods such as lecture, field shows, and others. When we talk about to teach farmers improved practices involve various methods. This teaching now could be through lecture method or could be through film show, or could be through radio, listening to radio, listening to television, watching television, and seeing in different methods in which agriculture can better people's life. Now we talk about number 4, to act as a link between farmers and research institute. The agricultural agency are those people that always act as a link. They take information from the researcher and then take it back to the farmers. So they now become the linkage between the researchers and the farmers. Number 5, to assist in obtaining loans and credits. That is one of the importance of this agricultural extension. They help the farmer because most farmers don't even have money to involve themselves into cultivation of this food. So they assist them. They go to get loan from the farmers and also help them to cultivate. Number 6, to monitor the use of agri loans. When these loans are being given to them, the agricultural agency must make sure that they monitor how this money is being made use of, how these loans are being made use of, because there are some farmers that may give them this money to go into cultivation. They will not be able to manage the loans which have been given to them by the agricultural extension workers. Now the next one there we have adoptions of innovation. Now these are the agricultural research that bring new innovations to the farmers through extension workers. What am I talking about here? Adoptions of innovations. And they say that they are the agricultural researchers, those people that go out to find out certain problems or certain ways in which the problems in agriculture could be solved. They are the people that go to bring this information and then give it out to the innovators. Innovators are the agricultural agencies who go out now to give you this information. So that is what is meant by adoption of innovations. Now, factors affecting the rate of adoption of innovators. In the adoption of innovators, there are so many factors which normally affect the rate of adoption. We talk about adoption, accepting what the innovations are coming to teach them. That is innovations and innovation, adoption and innovation. So we talk about adoption is the farmers to accept. And who are those that give them this information? Is the innovation. The information that I say giving them is the innovation. Why? Adoption is accepting the new idea. Now the factors now we say level of education. You know, we talk about this someone being educated. Yes, it is not everyone that is educated that actually know what I'm talking about. And it's not everyone that is not educated that does not know what is in the farming practices. For example, I have my grandmother in the village. Sometimes ago, I traveled home and I saw her fishing ash from the kitchen, taking it to the farm where she planted green, where she planted the fruited pumpkin and so on and so forth. Pouring this ash on the farm. I said, Mama, what are you doing? She says she's trying to prevent some of these insects that are feeding from the leaf of the plant. That does not mean she's not educated. She has done something upstairs. And if you continue to go, you still get more than what you have gotten. But we're talking about level of education. There are some levels at which someone will reach, and when you teach the person anything about planting or agriculture, the person will not to objectives completely. That does not mean the person is not education. Educations are in different ways. Number 2, attitude of the farmers. Most farmers who accept the new innovations will likely succeed. Yes, most of them who accept this new innovation, most of them that have accepted this your teaching, the training that the agricultural extension officers have come to give them, they normally succeed in whatever they are doing. And let me give one example. I remember sometime I went to Abuja when I was watching the tele. There was a Fulani man who someone came and gave information to the president, and that they is able to produce up to 100 and something bags of rice from his farmland. This man is a very poor man. That's why look at the level of education we're talking about now. This man is a very poor man. Was able to produce up to 100 bags of rice in a day. And the president appreciated it. He decided to go to see the very man. Then when he went and visited the man, he saw what he was able to produce. You know what happened? The president have to go out, get a very large area of land, simply to go and get a large area of land, about 7 acres of land was given to this man. They bought all the farming implements, all the machine, harvester, cultivator, and so on and so forth was given to this man. And the president also told the man that every of the produce he produces should be taken to the factories and industry to produce so many different types of food, which canned food, which some of us are benefiting from it now. So we are talking about attitudes of the farmers. Most farmers who accept the new innovations will likely succeed. Like this man now, probably somebody might have educated him on this planting of rice and so on and so forth. He accepted it. And once he's accepted it, he now excels. So we are talking about that. You know, now we're talking about factory size of farm. Now, some of these farmers have a very small size of farm, and they are no longer interested in expanding the farm again. They allow the farm to be in that form. We talk about presence of extension workers. You know, when the extension workers go out now to give out information, and that person later left the place and refused to come at all to monitor what the farmers are doing, it become a problem to them. You will see that the farmers may end up doing rubbish in the farm, or the farmers may end up forgetting about what he has come to teach them about the farming activities. So that is about factors affecting the rates of adoption of innovation. So these are some of the factors we have explained ago. Now, categories of farmers based on adoption of innovation. There are some categories of farmers that normally accept the new idea. I have told you earlier enough. Adoption means what? Adoption means accepting, and innovation means the ideas. So there are categories of farmers that always accept these new ideas. Example, we have innovators. We have early adopters. We have late adopters. We have never adopters. Now, when we talk about the innovators are those people that bring this information to the farmers. They accepted to carry out the information because they have gotten something out of it and they accept it and decided to carry out the practices, and it is working out for them. Then early adopters are who accepted the information given to them by the agricultural extension and they begin to practice it. Then we have late adopters are people that as later they realized that farming activities is good, they are now enjoying. Now never adopters are people who have no interest at all. They are not even interested. They refuse to adopt. They even refuse to accept whatever is being taught to them. So those are the categories of farmers based on adoptions of innovation. I talked about the categories of farmers based on their adoptions and innovations. Now we say that in that category, innovators were mentioned, and we can say that innovators are farmers who introduce changes or new ideas of farming into a new areas. Such idea may reach the innovators through radio, mass media, extension agents. Innovators. We say they are those people who introduce changes or new ideas to farmers. And these ideas and changes they are trying to give out to the farmers, they might have got the information from the radio, they might have got the information from mass media, they might have got the information from extension agents. They are not really people that go to the agricultural extension program to learn that the researchers will teach them. They are not really those people. They are those people who can listen to radio, who can listen to television, and they are able to get something from there, and they go out to tell people that this is the best thing. And when you ask them where the information is coming from, they will tell you that Either they got it from the radio, they got it from the mass media, or from the extension agents. Then we talk about the innovators can be encouraged in these ways. There are ways in which these innovators we are talking about can easily be encouraged. And the ways in which they can be encouraged is one, expert advice. Expert advice. There are some people that knows how to give advice to people, like you have the never innovators. That is to say, people that have no interest, and in fact, they could not even accept the information from the agricultural extension agency. So these people now, the innovators now can be encouraged by advice. You give them advice. Maybe you give them advice now to go to the agricultural research, agricultural extension program, so that they will teach them very well. Then they will know it instead of standing at the radio, listening to them and go out to train people on how this is being done. So advice is very important. One can advise somebody. Two persons can advise you. 3 or 2 persons can advise you. But there must be one that can easily accept, which you understand very well. So number 2, talk about granting credit facilities.